Hi, this is Sandra, and welcome. This is the Leadership Development Series exploring motivation from the 5 domains of leadership, offered by the Oasis Leadership and Development and Consulting Group. I'm Sandra, and I'm going to be leading you through this interesting discussion around motivation. So from our model here, earlier we spoke about self-awareness. Now we're on to motivation. So basically motivation keeps us focused to pursue our goals and objectives and provides us with the edge that will help us to succeed. In future segments, we'll be talking about emotional intelligence, critical thinking, and then building successful teams. Motivation is an important skill that is achieved through practice. So to get good at it and to stay motivated, we just need to continue to practice that piece of it. It prepares us to set our goals and to boost our awareness and alter our behaviors. So motivation, basically, we want to improve our behaviors in some measurable way. These images here speak about a lot of different ways that we can be inspired and become more motivated. It might be at work where you're with a colleague, or you might see something that you've been really happy with your performance and you are motivated because of that. You might be with a group of friends who've decided that they want to go do a little exercise, cycling around the area, and you're looking at trying to improve your benchmarks and support each other to stay motivated. Perhaps there's some literature that you haven't read for some time and you want to improve your knowledge, or maybe you want to write more about a particular area that you have knowledge in. So that might be a motivation. Many of us remember the feeling it was to finally complete our studies and to graduate, or to have that acknowledgement that we had completed. So there was a really good sense that our studies, our hard work actually brought us something in the end. So what areas would you like to improve your motivation in? And what barriers are you currently facing that may be weakening your ability to stay motivated? Motivation involves a happy brain. So when you think of motivation, there's a lot of things that involves how we stay motivated or how we measure our motivation. So we want to set some goals, we want to have a good attitude, think positive, we want to think of success or measure our success, of course, and we're measuring that and seeing how we're doing along the way in our performance. We are looking at getting some support from others, or maybe we've decided to work together with someone else to help us stay motivated. Motivation can also create opportunities for more ideas or creativity because we start to think about things outside of what we normally have been doing. So happy brain means that we feel good. Our brain's neurotransmitters are engaged and they're energized, and so there's many chemicals that are stimulating how we are maintaining our state of happiness. So dopamine is one, endorphins, serotonin, and there's others. So intrinsically versus extrinsically, motivation means that two things. We want to look at it in two perspectives. So intrinsically motivated would be looking at how we are engaged in activities that really touch us personally in terms of maintaining our own personal satisfaction. So think about jogging or yoga, maybe you're cooking or skydiving, just things that you want to do and you enjoy it, and there's a fulfillment, personal fulfillment in being able to complete those. On the other side, the extrinsically motivated side focuses on the outside influences that will motivate us to perform our tasks. So like, let's say it might be working overtime in order to complete a task. You may be working paid overtime and you feel good that you'll complete this task, providing you get some extra salary along the way. The other side might be commonly used when we are raising our children. We may use some forms of rewards in order to have our children move or perform things in a certain way. So the side that we really want to focus on in this 5 domains of leadership is the intrinsically motivated side, the side that really focuses on our personal satisfaction and things that we can really, work hand in hand with our own self-awareness. There are many strategies to keep ourselves motivated, but one of the key things that we want to do is think about when we see things that are impossible, to remove the I am from impossible and see that there is possibility, that it is possible to achieve certain things. We need to visualize where we want to be and by when. We need to look at reminders or preparing to-do lists for us to keep us in a routine. Developing SMART goals are also helpful that will support the objectives in order to meet those goals. We want to block any time off, any protected time during the day or during the week so that we can fulfill those time periods for being motivated. We want to regularly review our motivation plan because what might be relevant today is certainly different in terms of what happened maybe 6 months ago when you first created your motivation plan. Things change, so it's important to take a check periodically to see if it's still within your plan. And then, of course, you want to share your plan with the others. And why that is important is that others, especially those that you support or those that support you, can really help you to succeed or to remind you of what your goals are and to help you maintain your motivation. When we look at preparing our goals and objectives, it's really important that we, look at it honestly to ourselves and really say, can I really agree with these? And what were some of the barriers that are really not allowing me to succeed? So those are things that we need to look at. We need to look at our SMART approach to how we're going to look at these goals and objectives. SMART being S for specific, M for measurable, A for achievable, R for realistic, and T within a time frame it is committed and completed. So our goals, we want to address the outcomes that we have looked at that we want to achieve, and the objectives are basically the measurable steps that we need to do in order to meet those goals. And finally, here we are. We have a lovely photo here. It's just about sunset. There's a couple of people who are fishing in the harbor. And so we want to look at motivation from the perspective of identifying an action, something that we want to do. Now we want to commit to do it. And once we've committed to do it, we must remember that we need to have a reward, because the reward is always going to be something as the go-to for us to measure and to say that, you know, I've done this, and out of that, this is how I'm going to treat myself because of that. That will improve our level of motivation. And that is a continual cycle, because every day you use that and you continue on. We want to thank you for joining us today to look at the area of motivation. We hope that you will be inspired to look at some of those things for yourself, or to introduce some of those ideas to your teams. And because with our leadership development, it is this journey that we are taking. So we are looking at those different pieces that will help us to move us forward and to provide a stronger presence in our leadership. Our website, Sandaraella.com, please access that at your leisure. Also, we have our YouTube channel under Sandaraella Leadership Training, and our podcast, Leader Development, is also available to you. So continue to lead your development, and we look forward to meeting with you again. Until next time, thank you.